Well, here with us today, fortunately, is Representative Derrick Graham, who's the chair of the House Education Committee. He is another longtime supporter of educational opportunities for everyone and attainment for all of Kentucky's people. We're extremely pleased to have you with us today, Chairman Graham. Would you please come up and say a few words? Thank you. Take it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you, Mayor, for giving me a chance to be here this afternoon to take part in what I think is and will be an important milestone for Kentuckians waiting and wanting a second chance to complete their college degree. You know, my assistant who helps me with education matters on the Education Committee, she always refers to education as the great equalizer. And it is. And so I'm proud to stand here with Lieutenant Governor Jerry Abramson and former Lexington Mayor Pam Miller, who is our chair of our Council on Post-Education, and KCTCS President Michael McCall. As many of you know, education has played a major role in my life. I had the good fortune to grow up here in Frankfort and attend the Frankfort Independent Public Schools and my alma mater, Kentucky State University. And I spent more than a quarter of a century, Governor, as a high school teacher, government teacher, and economics teacher, just a few blocks away from the Capitol. It has been a dozen years since I first arrived in the Kentucky General Assembly. And last year, I became chair of the House Education Committee. I'm also the proud parent of two children who have attended and who are attending Kentucky colleges here right now. My youngest daughter is attending the University of Louisville, and my oldest daughter just recently graduated in May from Western Kentucky University. And this wide range of experience has given me both a front row seat and a role to play when it comes to our schools and our universities across our great Commonwealth. It has also given me a much deeper appreciation of just how much progress our schools have made, especially in the wake of major reforms from 1990 reforms to 1997 and in the year 2009. And I am amazed at what our students have done in such a short period of time. Through the work of our educational professionals and elected officials at all levels of government, and mostly from the will of the people of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, we've made great progress in moving the education needle in Kentucky. And I am pleased to say that more Kentuckians are reaching higher levels of education than ever before as a result of our combined efforts. These remarkable changes in our educational community have come about because of strong and effective leadership in and out of the classroom. It has taken dedication in the classroom, both behind the desk and in front of it. And it has taken foresight and funding from our educational as well as our elected leaders. However, I'm aware that there's still room for improvement, of course, in our funding. But I firmly believe that our schools and universities are not just heading in the right direction, they're helping to lead the way. The announcement today of Project Graduate College Fair will help create a more seamless process to enable former college students to finish their degrees. The collaborative nature of this event extends the opportunity to every qualifying former student in this Commonwealth. This is a great example of the seamless integrated system of public post-secondary education as envisioned by our former governor, Paul Patton, and embodied in the Kentucky Post-Secondary Education Improvement Act of 1997. With more recent legislative enactments such as Senate Bill 1 in 2009, we have seen our ACT score test increase in Kentucky while the national rate has remained essentially stagnant. What Kentucky has achieved has resulted in real progress, especially when you consider that all of our students take the test, unlike in most states. Our broad-based educational initiatives have been recognized by several publications and educational organizations. For example, last year, Education Week's Quality Count survey ranked us among the top 10 in all of the states. We are adding to these gains by doing such things as raising the high school dropout age to 18 and making it easier for KCTCS students to continue their education at our four-year institutions. The desire to pursue a post-secondary education is stronger now than ever before, and our goal must be to find ways to help anyone who is interested in attaining the dream of a college degree desirable and to be met. Many of these students are recent high school graduates, but a growing number of our non-traditional students who want to do better and be prepared for this 21st century economy are wanting to return back to school. And more students than ever before are transferring to KCTCS from KCTCS to our four-year institutions to finish their bachelor's degrees. And House Bill 160 that was passed in 2010, which was sponsored by my predecessor who is here in the audience today, former House Education Chair Dr. Carl Rollins, has helped to pave the way. And we commend you and we thank you for that piece of legislation. Let's give him a round of applause. Moreover, the work of all of you in the education community, both K through 12 and the post-secondary ed, have made this actually work for our students. The Project Grad College Fair we are announcing today will help these former students step back into the classroom so they can continue their pursuit of their career goals. On behalf of the Kentucky House, I want to commend everyone who has worked to make this college fair available and accessible. This program will reap dividends for years to come, both for those getting their degrees and for the state as a whole. My colleagues in the General Assembly and I look forward to observing this progress and working with you, doing what we can to build this momentum, and to progress as a state in our educational efforts. Thank you all for allowing me to participate today, for asking me to be a part of this, and may God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Graham. He's such a passionate advocate for education. We're glad you're where you are.